Good morning, students. In my previous video, I had just given you an introduction about the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? Today, we'll be doing the chapter in detail. Now, health and its failure. Children, what do you mean by the term health? Health is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. That is to say, a person it has to be physically fit, mentally fit, and he should be a socially well-being person. Okay. Now, so what are the conditions necessary for good health? The conditions necessary for good health are number one, good physical and social environment. That means you should be physically fit and your surrounding environment should be good. Secondly, good economic conditions. That means there should not be dearth of money, because sometimes due to lack of money, a person does either he has some mental problem, he starts having some mental problem, or he does not get sufficient food, so he becomes physically unfit. Okay. And third is social equality and harmony. That means good, that is to say good relationship with the people around us, with the environment. And next, the good physical and social environment includes clean surrounding, good sanitation, proper garbage disposal, and clean drinking water. Okay. And what do the good economic conditions include? It includes job opportunities for all, for earning to have nutritious food and to lead a healthy life. I hope you have understood this. In case a person is not earning well, what will happen? He has less money, so he won't be able to buy nutritious food. What will happen? It will lead to physical problems. Okay. Next, social equality and harmony. It is a very important factor which is important for healthy and peaceful life. What are the differences between a healthy and a disease-free body? Okay. Healthy. In healthy, a person, it is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being, while disease-free, it means that that there is an absence from diseases. Now, healthy, it refers to the individual, physical, and social environment, while disease-free refers only to the individual. Third point, healthy, the individual has good health, while in case of disease-free, the individual may have good health or poor health, either of the two. Now children, have you seen what does a disease look like? They've never seen a disease. So what does it look like? When a person is affected by a disease, what happens? The body does not function well. Okay? So it is when a person is affected by a disease, either the normal functioning or the appearance of one or more systems of the body changes for the worse. That means to say that either some part of the body does not function normally, or there are many systems inside our body. Some changes occurs in them and which may lead to some problems. Okay. These changes give rise to signs of the disease called symptoms. For example, you have seen that suppose a person is suffering from thyroid. What happens? The metabolic activities of the body, they deteriorate. They are not taking place at a normal rate. So what happens? Either a person grows very fat or a person grows very weak. A person gets tired very soon. So these are your symptoms. Okay. Now, on the basis of these systems, the physicians look for the signs of a particular disease. Now, what happens when you start developing some symptoms? What do? You go to a physician, right? So, when you go to a physician, what does the physician do? He first checks you and then he'll find out what can be the cause of this disease. Why is it happening? And then he writes a number of tests. You have to go to a pathology, you have to get all the tests done, and then from that reason we come to know that which disease that person suffering from. Okay. Now, the types of diseases. There are different types of diseases. Acute disease, chronic disease, infectious disease, and non-infectious disease. You can also say infectious disease as communicable disease, and the non-infectious diseases are non-communicable diseases. Okay. Now, the first one is acute diseases. What are acute diseases? The diseases which last only for a short period of time and does not have a long-term effect on our health are acute diseases. Now, children, very easy. It is for a very short span of time. For example, normal cough and cold, a person recovers within 3 to 4 days. A normal viral fever, okay, a person recovers very fast. For example, you're having some skin infection, you take medicine, you get recover from it. Like, so the example is cold, cough, typhoid, cholera, etc. Now, chronic diseases. What are chronic diseases? Are the diseases which last for a long time and has a long-term drastic effect on health. Means they cannot be recovered very fast. For example, diabetes. A person suffering from diabetes, it never cures. Okay, the person has to take medicine throughout the life. Similarly, thyroid. A person has to take a medicine early in the morning, empty stomach throughout the life. Okay, so they never recover. They just keep on taking medicines. It has a long-term effect. Example, diabetes, tuberculosis, you can also say TB, okay? Elephantiasis, you must have heard that, you must have seen many people, one of the leg gets thickened, just like an elephant's foot. Okay, it is caused due to filarial worm. Next is arthritis. Arthritis is when a problem with the joints. The joints are not functioning smoothly. And cancer. Okay. The third one, infectious diseases or communicable disease. From the term only we come to know what are infectious diseases or what are communicable disease. From the word we come to know communicable means it can be communicated to other person. That means from a infected person it can be easily transferred to a healthy person. Okay. So example, your corona. What are people saying? That you should be separate from that infected person. Okay, why? Because it is a communicable disease. So, what are infectious diseases? They are the diseases which are spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, vectors. Vectors are the carriers of the disease, physical contact, or sexual contact. Okay, examples are common cold, chickenpox. You must have heard chickenpox and measles. Children, when they suffer, the others are kept separate from them. Why? Because it is told that it is easily transferred from the infected person to a healthy person. Okay, next is typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, AIDS. Okay, now comes the non-infectious diseases or the non-communicable diseases. These are the diseases which are not spread from an infected person to a healthy person. Example, now children, you people know. Number one, diabetes. A person who is having diabetes, if you go and sit next to that person, you won't be getting that disease. Okay. Next is beriberi. Beriberi is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B. Rickets. It is a disease caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. Scurvy, vitamin C deficiency. Night blindness, it is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. Diabetes, when the glucose, the sugar level increases inside the body. Cancer cells, cancer is a disease which is not infectious. And high blood pressure, etc. Okay. Now, the causes of diseases. Diseases are caused due to number of things. There may be many reasons for a disease to develop. Number one, pathogens. Which are the different pathogens which cause diseases? All the microorganisms, the virus, the bacteria, the fungi, the protozoans, and worms are also responsible for causing diseases. Okay. Next important reason for disease are poor health and undernourishment. If a person is not nourished well, what will happen? That person will grow very weak. Okay, a number of diseases will be caused. Next is malfunctioning of the body parts. What do you mean by the term malfunctioning? Malfunctioning means when the body parts are not performing the activities well, they are not doing the activity properly. So what happens if any part of a body is not functioning well? So that means some of the other disease is there. Okay. Next is environmental pollution. You know what is pollution? Pollution when harmful things are added to the water, air. So water pollution, what does it cause? It causes typhoid. Okay. Air pollution, it leads to asthma. Is it clear? And last, that which cause of disease, the last one is your genetic disorders. So sometimes genetic changes inside the body of a person also leads to some diseases. Is it clear, children? I hope it is clear. In our next class, we'll be doing the different diseases which are caused by the pathogens. We'll be studying about them in detail. The diseases which are caused due to genetic disorders. Okay. So thank you, class. Have a nice day.